Welcome everybody to the final chapter of this arc in the Guild campaign. Today, Chapter 4, The Flower. As all stories start, you have heroes that wish to change something in the world. And our heroes, though the world before them was already broken, they still had hope. So they ventured forth on a quest that seemed all impossible to them. Head high up in the air, weapons at the ready, fighting against odds that they thought was impossible to begin with. But then, the world crashed upon them, on the loss of one of their friends, Sasha. And today, in the chapter, number 4, we'll see that way change their way of seeing, well, life as it is. And we'll also see if they'll be able to finish their quest and make sure that Sasha's sacrifice wasn't in vain. Today, we put an end to this whole story, and we'll see if they survive or if they change the world of Alkia forever. Enjoy. So we hop right into the session, no wait whatsoever. The recap was short, but today's session will be long. So one at a time, Palin, or also known as Waffle, where can we find you?
Nowhere.
Very good. Dahlia, or also known as Josh the Eat Master, where can we find you?
You can find me on twitch.tv/Josh the Eat Master, or on Twitter as Josh Bojo.
And to end it all, Melly, where can we find you?
Twitch.tv/Millionito or Twitter.com/same thing. Yes.
Yes, twitter.com/same thing, my
Same
favorite
thing.
Twitter account.
Yes. Yeah. Fuck.
Very good. With that, let's get right into the game. Whew.
Okay.
As we start in this 4th chapter of the Guild campaign, we find our party members running away from a battlefield in which they know they lost the battle. Sasha buried away a few, 1,000 feet away from that battlefield. Varamir, Palin, Dahlia, and Nefene run south towards the city of Broken Flame in the Ember. As Varamir opens the charge in the woods to get away from the roads and not get spotted by the cavalry running by, he stops in a nearby clearing on top of a cliff, giving view to the horizon and the fires near the Ember. You see it maybe a few kilometers ahead, but you still decide it is a good time to stop. As Varamir sits down, you all stop by him. I'm very sorry for everything, but it had to be done. We had to run away from the field. There was no chance of winning there. It's just how it is. Now take rest, you'll need it. For our story does not end here, and we have many more challenges ahead of us. As he sits down, you see him prepare a fire.
I'll help him.
I just do my usual routine of ritual casting alarm on the camp.
Very good.
Handbell sound.
Perfect. With that, Nefene, you set the alarm around the camp. Dahlia, you help Varamir make a fire. When the fire's all set up, well, Varamir sits next to it, making
sit next to
berries appear in his
Varamir.
hand. And you sit right next to Varamir. Very good. With that, do you all sit down by the fire?
I'll stand, but yes.
Very good.
And I'll sit, yeah.
Varamir looks at you all. I should have told you sooner. I'm sorry. I knew this was going to happen. I'd seen it. And he looks down. I just didn't want our spirits to be broken in the fight against the Empire. But our fight is not over. He looks up. You can see tears in his eyes. For we have many more challenges up ahead of us. All of you will be challenged. But I cannot reveal what is up ahead, for I fear you will change that path. It'll have consequences against the world. Worse than you can ever imagine.
Varomir, how do you know this is going to work? That we're going to go to the Ember, then I become the new flower? How do you know it will work?
Well, Dahlia, you see, this whole thing is tradition. Not the tieflings being oppressed in that. But the whole flower thing, and he turns to you. He smiles and gives a very weak smile. You see, when I was crowned the flower of the Ember, it was about 400 years ago. Some say 300, but I count the days that pass in sorrow. For actually, in each generation, a new flower is chosen, the tiefling with most power. And whoever is chosen can live forever until he wishes to pass the flower in the flame. My days of passing on the flower and withering down to ash were many years ago, but nobody had found the staff. Nobody was worthy. He turns to you as he was looking down on the fire. I know you are, for you've already proven yourself, Dahlia. You have the heart, and he taps your chest, and the fire within. All we need is a bit more courage and to push on. And he stands up. We need to believe.
I understand.
Very good. And he sits back down. Are you two okay? You don't seem very chatty.
No, it's not okay.
Well,
Never lost anyone even remotely personal to me. It's not a good feeling.
I understand your pain.
Makes me fear for my own life. Something I never thought I would.
Nobody ever thinks of that, Neff. Do not worry. What about you, Palin? Can you survive another day?
Yes, I can.
Very good. Then take rest. For tomorrow, when dawn breaks, we march south. And Varomir, you see him get cozy on his side, and he immediately starts snoring. That you are left to yourselves. Would you like to go to sleep?
Shall we take shifts?
Sure.
We shall. I will take the final shift.
Alright.
I can take the first one.
You should rest up. I'll take the first shift.
Thank you, definitely.
You're welcome.
I'll lay my head down.
Very good.
Okay. Just do my usual routine. I'm gonna send Iori into the skies to be my eyes for me.
Very good. As you send Naori, the bird flies up and circles around the camp.
Just give her a little scritch before she heads up.
Very good. With that, Naori does fly away, watching over the camp. Would any of you like to do anything else? Would you like to watch and do the whole night?
Yes. I would like to wake up before them. Before the rest of them wake up, that is.
You have the final shift, so you should already be
Yes,
up,
I
technically.
should be.
Very good. As the night
And
does go without any consequences or events, Palin, you are awoken by Dahlia, who wakes you up and says it's your time for the shift. As you're the only
Wonderful.
one awake, and Dahlia goes sound asleep. You see Nefene and Varomir sleeping as well. Well, Nefene more in meditation. What do you do?
I'm gonna just look around the camp a bit, like, oh, is there anybody around? No? Okay. And I will use Detect Portal to attempt to find a portal to the astral plane within 1 mile of us.
Oh, God.
Very good. As... Hold up. Could you explain me the ability of that? Is it just like immediate? Do you have to roll?
As an action, I can detect the distance and direction of the closest planar portal within 1 mile of me.
At the current time, there are no portals near you.
Damn.
Sadly,
Sigh.
should I say. And with that, would you like to do anything else?
I'll make a few arrows and kind of give a couple death glares to Neff.
Very good. With that, you sharpen your arrows, work with them a bit. And Varomir wakes up as he just folds in half and just goes, you can see sweat again on his forehead. He wipes it off and looks at you. Good morning, Palin.
Morning. Bad dream.
Yes, indeed. As usual.
Care to share?
I'm pretty sure you do not want to know about this dream.
Then I'm good.
Very good. With that, he stands up. Shall we wake the others? We have quite a way in front of us. And he looks away to the south of the hill you are on. To reveal what seems to be a clearing now, less and less trees. A few flags running about in the main road. And also what seems to be a tower on the border of the Ember, with a large flag of the Empire above it. Further on, you see burning fields and trees that are down to a crisp, but you also see the sea beyond that, even further on. From this point of view, you do see the village of Broken Flame. He turns back to you and says, "We must at least have 2 hours of walking. If we can
Wonderful.
walk, if we can, well, try and not walk on the main road, we should be safe. With your perception skills, I think the same as well. We should be safe. Alright. Wake the others, Palin. I'll keep an eye out."
I'll, like a normal person, wake up Dahlia, but I will kick, Neff awake.
Very good.
Wake
Dahlia,
up.
you're just gently
Get up.
shook with a wake up. And Neff, you get a kick.
Get up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I stand up and just dust my robe off, giving him a bit of a sharper glare, like, what's wrong with you?
I give them a glare back.
I'm confused and just keep going.
Are we ready?
I'm
you
ready.
go?
Indeed we
Alright.
are.
We should be. Alright. Let us go. And with that, Varomir leads the way again, walking you all through the woods. I'll ask you to roll me survival.
Me or who?
Everyone.
Uh-oh. Why me? Oh, no.
Not a bad roll to start off with.
17.
14.
4.
As Nephine seems to glance off a bit further in the forest, you are pushed by Dahlia to follow the group, and you
Sorry.
keep up with the rest of the group. But Varomir seems to move a bit faster. His pace is getting quicker and quicker. And as you walk in the forest, you look left and right. You did not hear that.
Ah! Dice
Run.
monsters!
The dice.
As you look
Oh,
left and
bears?
right, you do notice that you hear a violin in the forest. For some reason.
A violin?
Yes, a violin. As you do question, you and Palin, Dahlia, notice a familiar sight. As you look further in the forest, Varomir hides behind a tree and says, "Hide, hide,
Nope.
Someone
I
up.
had-
someone up ahead." And you, Dahlia and Palin, recognize a cart you've seen before, with a giant crystal on top of it, and a sad man weeping by it with a violin, gently playing it, as he goes, "Oh, why did it teleport me here? Duh!
I look at
Stupid
Dahlia.
cart! Ow!"
Stay Here, stay here. I got this.
Boromir
Oh,
nods.
Right?
I got this. And I have a rather spiteful grin on my face
What's going
as I put on my goggles and start to hastily approach him. You!
Oh! He turns around as you notice him outside of his cart, and the crystal not glowing at all this time. And he turns to you with a violin as he was slowly playing it by a stump, and he turns to you and goes, "Oh, wait a minute! I've seen you before!
Yes! You have!
Are you... Oh, you're the bowman! I recognize
Yes, I
you!
am. Now,
Yes?
I paid you. If you remember, which I'm sure you do, I paid you for a bow. The magical bow, as you said, would shoot 2 arrows instead of 1.
No,
which is
you
double
have
the
that
cost.
wrong! It was 3 arrows!
That's even better. I paid you, and I didn't get it, because you
Yes,
disappeared.
yes,
And
yes.
you are now.
Yes, I'm very sorry, but listen. A merchant always keeps his promise, and you will have your bow. Approach me, please. I shall give you your bow. And he gets in his cart as he hops in through the window on the side.
I start to approach.
I just kind of tap Dahlia in the shoulder, like, what is going on? What?
I don't know. He just said stay here. I think he has it handled.
Okay.
As the man hops back in the cart, you see him turn right back outside the window, and he looks left and right to the horizon of the forest and says, "Oh, are you hunting?
Me? Yes. I'd love to hunt.
No, but I mean, are you hunting right now? Why are you alone in these woods? They're dangerous these times of day, especially with the whole patrol going on. The Empire's searching for a criminal.
Yes, I'm aware they're searching for a criminal, and I'm helping them hunt that criminal. Which is
Oh.
why that bow is even more important now.
Well, I'm pretty neutral about the whole thing, criminal or not. As long as it's business, I pay. All right,
I like him.
all right, here you go. And then he gives you the bow. As you can see, it's silver trails going through the wood, up and down, and generating a pattern of leaves. You can see 3 crystals where the bow would actually drop. And this is the triple bow. As you hold it in your hands, you feel power go through you. You go, oh yeah.
Can we get a pow and oh yeah?
Oh yeah. It's all coming together.
With that, the merchant smiles and says, "Are we even now?"
We are even, good sir.
Good! Would you like to buy anything else? My shop is still open for at least... And he looks at the clock and he goes, "Oh lord, you have at least 5 minutes."
Ooh, what else do you have? Go ahead.
No, I
take
have
your
plenty
time.
of things, and he jumps in a chest behind him. I have a knife. I have what seems to be pads that turn you purple. I also have what is this? And he holds out a coin. Oh, I've seen this before. Your friend, what was her name again? The little one.
Oh.
Oh, Sasha.
Yes, she's the one that bought the rock with the smiley face on it.
Yes.
This came from the same vendor, but
Wow.
yes. It was he called it the lucky coin or something of the sort.
Oh. How much is it, and how fast can you hand it to me?
It's very expensive. Let's say 5,000 gold.
I don't have that much.
All right. And he dives back in the chest. I have this. No, these are very useful. And he takes out 2 boots. As he looks at the clock, you can see 2 minutes. Oh God.
What are the boots?
The boots allow you to run faster. They say it's even faster. It doubles your speed,
much?
perhaps.
How much? How much?
It's 250 gold.
I don't have that much. Shoot. Do you have any rocks? Any other rocks?
Rocks. And he searches back in the chest. Okay. And then he looks left and right. I have these. And then you see the crystal start to charge slowly. So he goes, take these for free! Take these for free! Give me the money later! And he throws a pants.
Okay, I will.
He throws the pants outside the window. As the
Okay,
cart
I
just
take
goes
the pants.
and
Bye-bye.
disappears with a
Pants make me
magical
purple,
burst.
right?
They do.
I put them on.
As you put them on, your whole skin and even clothes go purple.
I walk back. Hey guys.
Oh my.
What is...
Varomir.
May I ask?
Varomir chuckles. You're a tiefling now.
I was going to say,
yes.
you sort of look like me.
I am purple because of my purple pants of power, along with my triple bow of death.
That's quite the wardrobe, I suppose.
I am glad that transaction cheered you up. Cannon.
Did you just have a stroke there, Dahlia?
Little bit. That was very odd to watch.
And
I
you
am
did-
very glad that man did not swindle me. I would have murdered him.
So, who
I would
is
have
he?
pulled a Neff and ripped out his eye.
Nefene turns. Nefene, you look as Varomir turns to you and says, "I have no clue."
Okay, and excuse me, Palin. What?
Oh, I said I'd pull a U and rip out his eye.
Okay, it's a little uncalled for, but I suppose we should continue
well.
on.
Let's go.
Let us go.
As Varomir, leads the march again, you cross the clearing where the magical merchant was, and you see on the floor what seems to be part of the sign that was his that says Murky's Magical Merchandise. As you keep walking, you take it.
Yeah.
You take it,
It's
and you can hold it in one hand and just like walk along with it under your shoulder.
I'll walk with it under my shoulder.
Good. As you keep heading south, after an hour or two, actually, while you walk, I'll ask you all to roll perception.
Perception.
Hell yeah. I'm
Good at that.
I am
Varomir
perception
isn't.
happens to be a perception.
16?
I'm pretty good at that as well.
14.
18.
Very good. With that, you do notice nothing of danger on the road. As you walk down south, you realize that less and less trees seem to be popping up. But then, you hear Varomir say, "Get down," as he gets down in front of a bush.
I get down.
And you all notice it, at the same time as Varomir does. But walking in the forest is a lone hunter, with a dog, with Silver Star uniform on.
Who fuck?
Varomir, how much longer do we have till we reach the Ember?
At least 15 minutes.
Alright, I have this, it will help us. I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us. So
Very
we get
good.
plus 10 to our strength roll, our stealth roll.
strength
Our
roll,
strength
got
Our
it.
strength roll.
It's time to punch the hunter.
Pass with every pass with every trace.
With that,
Crush puny man.
With that, you cast Pass Without a Trace, and you do walk behind the hunter as he marches forth himself towards the west of the continent. And with that, you head south until you see only ashes and what seems to be the main road connecting in front of you, the tower, and once again, a face you've seen before, but from afar you can't tell who it is. But the voice you hear seems familiar.
Alright, listen here. I know you fucking don't mind that these tieflings are illegal or not, but you gotta at least guard the gate. I mean, there's a criminal on the loose, Marvin. But, come on. I mean, maybe they're not that bad, right? Shut up, Marvin.
You see the big man walk back inside the tower as this feeble man holds a spear and sits down on a bench, watching the horizon and watching the road for anybody who would come.
God damn it, not again.
And he holds his spear tight.
So, Neff, are you gonna use your magic thing?
If it was wanted, but I'm certain there's more people inside, so I don't think that'd be a smart idea.
We encountered this Marvin before, haven't we?
We have.
Yes. And his wife, I think.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Not in the same place, though.
I dropped the sign because I have no use for it anymore.
He doesn't look that
Threatening?
confident.
That's it.
Yes, threatening. We can probably pass him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can beat him up with this plus 10 to strength.
Oh, fuck. I don't know. It's...
I say you two, the non-tieflings, go up first.
Varomir looks to you guys and says, "There must be a way non-lethally around this man. I believe in you
Of course
guys.
there is.
I'll stay back here. If things
Shall
go
we stealth?
south, I shall shoot him in the face or something with my magical powers.
Wow,
I'll
magic.
just stand behind you two.
As you say, Palin, I'll do the magic man thing."
Ah,
And then he crouches down, gets prone behind
did
the
you make
bush.
fun of me?
No, I didn't, Palin. I didn't.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. Let's go. Let's go stealthy.
All right.
And I shall stealth.
Alright.
I will. Do we still have pass without trace?
Yeah, it lasts
Okay.
for an hour.
Okay.
Plus 16 stealth.
Plus 12.
What's my stealth modifier? Plus
Oh
30.
yeah? Oh yeah?
rolled that.
Well, Marvin has plus 30 in perception.
I see everything.
My glasses allow me to see far.
God.
I took the feet sharpshooter. 26.
Okay. 18.
Wait, I just realized, aren't you still purple?
Alright.
Yes, I am, and that doesn't matter. Oh shoot, I'm purple. Oh well.
Would you like
I'll
to
make up a
stealthily walk past him? What are you trying to do here?
I want to
can talk to
stealthily
him.
go behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
If that's
good.
possible.
As you walk to the right of the tower, Marvin seems to be, well, not at all conscious that you guys are there. As he keeps looking down the road, you guys do the full circle of the tower, reaching behind him. As there is a little wall erected to the left and right of the tower, the only entrance really to the Ember is, well, in front of the tower. Though you can jump over the wall, Marvin will probably spot you, but gladly he does not, as you did sneak behind him. So now that you are behind Marvin, you see him still sitting down on his little stool with a chair, with a spear in his hand, and he's looking in the horizon and singing a little song.
First, I shall take off the pants.
As you take off the pants, your skin goes back to regular color instead of being purple.
I look over to those two. Watch this, sideshows, and I walk up to him.
Wait, to who? There's only
to
Neff with you.
No, I went with
No.
him.
Oh, Dahlia went too. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I'm going to very stealthily walk up next to him
Mm-hmm.
and whisper in his ear. Hey. Looking good.
Hey, thanks. And then he turns around. Oh, God! What did you...
No.
He
Say
holds
nothing.
a spear.
That's very scary, but I've seen worse. Either way. I'm just a fellow guard like you,
No, you're not.
without the armor. That's true, but I could have killed you right then, and I didn't. Do you want to know why?
Why?
I'm very magical and very powerful, and I see you and I see potential.
His eyes
Lots
widens.
and lots of potential.
Huh?
There's
What?
I can foresee a great future for you.
Really?
Not so much in magic, but
Oh.
an honorable man.
Oh.
Magic is fun and all, but it's very complicated, and in my opinion, yeah, I am magic, but
Yes, it
kind of
is.
stupid. But
Yeah, it is. It's pretty hard. Reading books is really hard.
yes, so many books, so much studying. It was not worth it. But what you're doing is worth it.
Yeah.
Being a headstrong individual looking for nothing but justice.
Persuasion.
And right now, oh shoot. Oh, please don't fail me.
Can I assist by saying something?
What would you like to say?
Don't! Shush!
No, fine. I won't.
Alright, as you try and say something, Dahlia, you see Neff put her hand over you as you're being held back from saying something. What did you roll, Palin?
12.
12. As you say that, you see Marvin look down on the cobblestone that makes the road and then looks back at you as he stands up and turns around. You're right. I can be something.
You can.
Those other guards don't have to say that I suck, that I'm not good.
You're amazing.
I can be a hero too.
Yes, you can.
All right. Now please tell me what you're doing on the other side of the wall. You're not supposed to be there.
Oh, I used my magic and accidentally appeared on this side.
And what about your friends there?
Wait, what?
Same thing.
And he points to you behind the wall
Exact same thing.
as we see you both peeking around the tower. Same thing?
They're a little shy. Yes, I used my magic to teleport us, and I missed a little bit. I was going to appear directly in front of you and have this awesome spiel of magical confetti appear with your name blazing in holy radiance, but I missed.
Damn it. Wait, actually, I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation to just do the exact same thing that he just described.
As little sparks appear in his name, Marvin appears, and then a little arrow leaves your finger, Palin, to shoot Marvin's name, and then it blows in like a confetti of fireworks. And he goes, whoa.
See?
He drops his spear and goes, my, you really are a great magician. I've never seen such a spell.
It is quite powerful. Now, I have something to ask you. Yes, we are on this side of the gate, but me, these two, and one other buddy of mine, which was unable to teleport with us perfectly, I missed a little bit. Magic is complicated, as you know.
Yes.
I need you to open up this gate, and don't tell anyone that we're, quote-unquote, as some would say, breaking and entering.
Yeah. If does it lead to my better destiny?
Of course it does. We need to do something first, which is...
His eyes glisten with hope. And then he goes, you know what? I don't need to be in this army anymore. And he removes his shirt. I can follow my dream, just like you said.
Yes, you can.
You see him open the door to the tower and say, you know what?
Oh, fuck.
Screw you!
Oh, no.
What did you say, Marvin?
Fuck.
Screw you!
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Marvin, go back to your post.
As you hear the voice from the tower say, Marvin, go back to your post. Marvin says, okay. And he goes back to his post. As Marvin comes back to the post, you see him wearing his armor again, and he goes, yeah, maybe it's another day that I'll find my destiny. But for now, I can open you guys the gate. Yeah, sure.
Yes, thank you. Wonderful. Your destiny is coming soon, and I forgot to warn you that it is not today.
All right.
Apologies.
When is
Magic
it?
is weird, as
A
you
week? 2 weeks?
know. I would say give it a month and prepare. Train vigorously. Look for the future.
I will. I'll ask my wife to do this, to buy the sweetest sweet rolls from the Silver Star Bakery. I'll ask them all my family to be brave with me. I shall.
Yes.
I'll do my best. Thank you.
It won't be obvious.
What is your name,
future
wizard?
My name is Palin.
Oh god.
Palin. I'll remember that, Sir Palin, the great wizard.
Oh,
Take care.
Good
And he
day.
opens the gate
I
and
shall.
starts walking towards Silver Star.
If Palin makes any sort of gesture during that, I'm going to just use prestidigitation to clean off that man's armor, Marvin's armor.
Once Maverick, Marvin, not Maverick. I'm good with names. Maverick sort of passes where Varomir is. I'm gonna sort of wave Varomir over.
Varomir, as he sees Marvin walk on the cobblestone road, now that he's out of sight, you see Varomir get out of his spot and start running towards the door. And he stands right next to you all and says, wow, that went smoother than I expected.
That was impressive.
you expected it to go rough?
No, I'm just saying. Usually you're more of the shooty type, more. You know what, I won't even... And he starts walking.
I pat Palin on the back. That was very good.
I was amazing.
I would have been convinced.
I know, because you were. I saw it.
You did great. And
I know I did, and you didn't. Let's go.
Okay.
As you go back down the road, you now find yourself in what seems to be fields covered in ash and a bit of cinder fall from the sky. As it seems almost as if it's snowing, but only ash is falling from it. There is no rain in this part of the country, nor are there fertile lands. So you find yourself walking in dunes of, well, gray sand. After a while or two, an hour of walking, you set up by a
It's in my
tree.
son-
That's without the chase is gone.
Hmm?
That's without the chase is gone if we've been walking for an hour.
You stop upon another cliff, and you see down below a city made of, well, cooked dirt and not beautiful places. The only real building standing out has a silver star and empire flag on it.
Ugh.
And the rest of it is all slums for tieflings as you see them walk around with a sorrow face. What would you like to do? As Varomir looks down, he says, we have to find someone here. Someone very important.
And
First of all, do you think either Palin or I will be welcome in a place like this if we're trying to get information?
As elves? No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I can put on my pants. Will that
Yeah.
work?
Perhaps.
You look
I
like
put
a
on the
tiefling without
pants.
horns.
They were shaved off at birth, or whatever the hell.
Your goggles cover it. Sure, that works.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Disguise Self to make myself look, I don't know, like just a red-skinned tiefling, just with ram horns, but otherwise almost the same.
Very
Just
good.
More tiefling features, less elven. That is a first level spell.
All right. With that, you try and disguise yourselves as tieflings. As you slide down the ashen cliff, you find yourself in the slums with roofs made of poor wood, burnt a bit. Some tieflings walking around looking depressed and oppressed. As you walk in the streets, you look left and right to see more and more guards. It seems that since your last visit, the guard number has at least tripled.
Oh, fuck.
Varomir, who are we looking for?
Some architect betrayed me many years ago. Named
Oh,
Chalice.
Hey!
We know him. He was the one that sent us to go retrieve the staff. We sort of lied.
He turns to you and says, "Is he now? He's the one that sent you to get the staff."
Yes.
Yes.
That fucker. And he starts walking furiously.
Oh, no.
Well, Varomir, let's think about this.
I don't have time to think when he's still alive. And he starts walking faster and faster.
Armia, don't.
As he pushes left and right the tieflings, he hides his face. And with a cape and a hood, he's marching through the crowds as some tieflings even turn to you, confused. Some of you have even seen through the disguise, but no guards are actually seeing through your disguise. As you walk, you even lose sight of Varomir for an instant, just to see him saying, "Get out of my way," as he pushes another tiefling aside. Some tieflings go, "Oh, please, watch out." And then you see a familiar building, the one only Palin and Dahlia recognize. Made of wood,
Oh, no.
dug inside of a little cliff, looking very fancy with two big guards at the front, in elven/Alkian armor. You see the architect's home. An archaeologist, to say. But, well, he is to most just an evil tyrant, the mayor of this town, the town of Broken Flame. As you see Varomir stand in front of the building, across on the street, you all catch up with him as you hear him saying some incantations.
Oh, God.
I'd say
In a
Dahlia
moment.
and Neff, you're the only two who recognize this incantation. An incantation in Infernal that actually would sprout roots from under the ground and capture two targets.
Entanglement?
And you connect the dots in your head that Varomir is trying to entangle the two guards at the entrance of that home.
God, this is
How close are we to Varomir?
You are 5 feet away from him.
Varomir, think about this. This could ruin everything. We can do this later.
Yeah, but you see, we can't, Dahlia. I need to talk with him. Either it be violently or peacefully. I need to talk with him. But those two gods are going to cause a problem, so you see from his hands small circles of arcane appear. I need to take care of those two gods. And unless you two, or you three, find a way to take care of them, I won't. I'll do this.
I have nothing up my
His
sleeve.
eyes turn
I
green.
have something up my sleeve.
I'll do it quick, Palin, before I smash both the brains.
I hide behind Neff, take off the pants, and then approach them.
Oh,
As you take off the pants, a lot of tieflings look at you with an, well, sinister grin. Some of them even look angry. But you cross
I
the
wink
street.
at them.
You wink at the tieflings. Some of them just go, "Gah," and they turn away. They seem to all be in a famine. They all are hungry, but they're all are angry. As two guards walk past you as you're crossing the street, they say, "Good day," as they knock down.
Good day.
You step in front of the two guards wearing some golden armor with some red lines on them. As they both look at you, one says, "No moving. How are you?"
Something horrible has happened, and we need all the guards at the entrance. The criminal has been spotted.
We are guards to the elf here. Personal guards. Talk to the city guards if you want to have that. And as you say that, you see two other city guards approach you. The criminal's been spotted.
Yes, at the entrance. You must go.
Very good. As you see
He's
them
running
both run.
northward.
Two of the guards that crossed the street when you said hello, they run back to the entrance. And the two guards holding the entrance of the building still are there, looking down upon you. Well, your problem's been taken care of. Thank you.
Yep. And I go back to the other people. Nothing goes to plan, but now there's less witnesses, and I put back on the pants.
Okay. Well,
Just do it, Faramir, unless Neth, you have something.
hold on. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna glancing at the guards. Do they appear elven at all, or are they human?
One of them's human, one of them is a half-elf.
Ah, fuck. That'll only work on one of them.
I say use it. Or
Just
not
use it.
you.
Go ahead.
Do your thing.
Good. So you see Varomir, two smaller circles of green arcane writings appear in his hand. He incants a few words. And then an energy bursts from him. A few of the tieflings around you turn around as they notice the energy coming from Varomir. And then the two guards just go as their armor crushes. And Varomir starts walking as every tiefling in the street turns around.
Just make it fast.
Oh, make it fast,
follow
alright.
Varomir.
And he steps inside the building. As you push open
I'm
the door...
To stand outside the building.
Very good.
As will I.
Good.
As you see Varomir kick almost open the door, he looks inside the building and yells, "Chalice! Where are you, you son of a bitch?" And you see the old elderly elven man sitting by the fire with a cup of what seems to be wine. He slowly turns his chair and goes, "Is that a voice that I recognize? Oh my god, Varomir!" And he says, "Yes, it's me." And Varomir steps right in front of the old man and punches him in the face. One punch, solid, across. And the old man falls on the ground in front of the fireplace as Varomir stands above him. "Ah, Varomir! How are you still here?" Varomir stands without saying a word as he stares down and he says, "You traitor. You ratted me out, did you? You were the one to tell the fucking gods that I was in the forest. Huh?" The elf seems scared as he notices Varomir with ill intentions in his mind. "Varomir, don't do anything stupid." Varomir punches him again. "That was for betraying me many years ago. That was for the tieflings you killed trying to get my staff from the sacred tomb of the staff." And he punches him one last time. "And that is for being a dick." Chalice holds his bleeding eye. Listen, I was only trying to do it for the good of it." "Bullshit." "No, it's not. I swear." And he turns to you, the old man. Is that?" Varomir says, "Yes, that is Chalice. And it's not because of fucking you. How many tieflings did you kill trying to get that staff? Trial and error. Trying to find the good one, huh, Chalice?" Chalice looks up and says, "I don't even remember. Too many, Varomir. I've started when I was 50, Varomir. And now I'm 120, Varomir. I don't remember."
Fuck.
Varomir steps away, and he says, holding his hand above the fireplace, leaning on it, "Listen, Chalice, you may have been a dick for these past years, betraying the promise you made many years ago to my people. But I ask of you one last service as one of the followers of the flower." And he turns around. "You need to show us to the temple of the sacred ritual."
Are you certain this is the one, though, Varamir? I'm certain, Chalice. Do not question my eternal right as the Flower of the Ember.
He turns to you, Dahlia.
I need you to lead us now. There are people after us.
And the elven man says,
Yes, the people after you are in this town, Faramir. Some Tova guys. He was rambling about a battle in Crystal Hamlet and how he defeated most of the rebellions, or something of the sort. But he had the artifact.
and he stands back up.
Faramir, he had the artifact. I know. Listen, lead us, and you'll live, Chalice.
Chalice steps back a bit.
All right, I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
And he turns to you, both, Palin and Dahlia.
Ah, so you did
got
have
in
the
there.
staff.
Oh, you're right, you're right.
Yeah,
He only
we
turns
were
to
thinking of
Dahlia, and he says,
So you did find the staff. God damn it. At least it's good for all of us. All right, follow me.
Palin, as this whole interaction is going down, you hear the tieflings all look at you.
What's going on in there? I don't know. It's something of the sort.
They all are chattering as you cross your arms and guard the door with the two crushed bodies right next to you.
I put my foot on top of one of the bodies. Don't worry! Everything will be better from now on.
Are you the rebellion?
One of them yells out.
Indeed we fucking are!
Cannon.
The rebellion has arrived. We're saved.
Oh, we're
The
going to get
Ember will be
killed.
revived.
Some tieflings start yelling, and you see a few guards turn in the streets, whisper to each other, and Palin, only you hear this. A horn in the
Well,
background.
a war horn was just blown.
As the tieflings turn to the end of the street, you see a cavalier with a familiar flag, Tover's flag. The face of a white wolf and silver star's flag behind.
Wonderful.
As he holds the war horn, a few tieflings go,
Hey, fuck you.
and they start
I'm
charging
gonna-
towards him.
Can I shoot him with my triple bow?
Of course you can.
Oh,
Roll to
Is this
hit.
the normal to hit with a bow, or is
Yeah, he's at a good distance, but he's not far enough for you to like be out of range. And it's
perfect?
you waste one arrow, but you shoot 3.
Shit, okay.
Am I able to use a bonus action before this, possibly?
Yes.
Oh, then I'll use Planar Warrior, which gives me an extra d8 of force damage on a target that I choose for my next attack.
Very good.
And it changes everything to force. So do these 3 arrows count as 3
Only the
separate
first one.
attacks, or
Only the
one
first
attack?
one.
Okay.
No, they
These
count.
hits.
They count as 3 different attacks. Yes, but you only roll once, basically. But if there are modifiers, you only put it on 1 arrow. For it only duplicates the physical arrow while it flies in the air.
That is
Not
a
the
20.
spell. Nat 20
Not
or
natural.
okay, good.
Nope, just normal.
That does hit. Roll 3 times for damage.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
So, that is 10.
The tieflings seem to be, well, rallying as some of them raise their fist and some of them even take out arms that they have hidden,
That
made
is-
of ember stone.
A 17 for the force arrow. That is a 2d8. And the other 2 will be 10 for the next one.
Good.
And a 10 again.
Oh my god.
So that is a total of 38.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's
As
more damage than the
Palin-
artifact did.
as you look at all the tieflings rallying in the streets, starting to run towards the cavalier sees you see fear in his face as he cracks the reins of his horse and then starts to gallop away. But right before he can gallop away, 3 arrows penetrate him. His lifeless body falls from the horse, and immediately you see some tieflings going wild, even feral upon him. As some of them turn back to you and say,
He is a hero. He is the fated one.
and people start running.
You're welcome.
With that, as from the inside, you all hear the war horn. And you hear 3 arrows fly away. we're all now all caught up to the same time. So,
I'm
The
going
old-
to whisper something to Neff.
good. Go on.
By the way, I heard what you said when we were running away.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that. Sideshow.
I say nothing in return.
And I go back to smiling and waving to the tieflings.
You smile and wave to the tieflings as you see them all run with weapons made of stone and spears made of stone that they were hiding in their houses. Varamir steps out, the tiefling, with the elf, my bad, and also Dahlia, and says, "We must go now. This city is about to become fire. Real fire." And he starts running and following the elf. As the elf
Let's
runs
say-
to a cart.
Let's go.
Onwards!
We go!
As you all head towards a cart, the elven figure says,
Oh, wait. I forgot something very important.
Ah, fuck.
as he walks back inside of his house, you notice that the tieflings that were running towards the threat of the Empire are now running back.
Here they come.
With that,
Just hurry and grab it. We need to go.
hold up. Very good. With that, the tieflings run back and some guards arrive in the street as you all cover your faces to hide. You see some cavaliers at the top of the street with banners that you have seen before. Now at the top of the street, 5 cavaliers and what seems to be at least 100 infantrymen stand,
Whew.
pushing back the tieflings and their threat for a revolution. As you all
Let's go.
hide in the back of the cart, the elven figure comes back. And Varamir says, as Dahlia has said 3 times now, "Let's go." As you crack the reins of the cart, you notice in front of you 2 guards that stop you.
Wait. The commander has a word to say to the city. Listen along, or face threat.
As you all turn to the right, you see a face now scarred. A scar crossing his face to the right, down to the bottom left, piercing his left eye.
I, Tova, commander of this battalion, ask you all tieflings to calm down. I do not come here with the threat of killing you all or bringing you all to put in prisons, but I come here with one duty: to find the criminal tiefling that hides within your ranks. Now, some of you have said that some revolutionists are here, and that they have crushed some guards with magical powers. I wish to see them now. Move aside or perish by the Empire's blade.
And with that, the soldiers all point their spears and swords forward. The tieflings look back, some of them even looking to you.
Oh, the revolutionists. There they are.
But they're trying to stay subtle. Varamir looks at you all and says,
Well, who wants to start a revolution?
Me.
Just give him a nod.
Yep. Just do the same nod.
Who wants to give the order for them to charge?
and he smiles.
Dahlia.
Dahlia, it's only right for you two.
Alright. I cast Thaumaturgy on myself.
As the back of the crowd
Charge!
slowly moves forward, they all turn back to you, and you see Tover meet eyes with you as you stand on the cart, at least 200 to 300 feet away from him. What do you say?
Brothers and sisters, this is the last time we will be under the grasp of the human rule. Fight like it is your last today. Charge. And that was all in Thaumaturgy.
As you say that, your voice echoes throughout the whole village. People look back upon you, smiles, as some people say,
It's the flower. That's the stuff. I've seen that in stories before.
As they all look at you with the radiance behind you as the sun is now fully risen in the sky. Telver says, "There they are! The criminals!" As you see the soldiers start charging, but the tieflings turn around and immediately set charge as well. As the two soldiers right next to you go, and they start running away as they get run over by some other tieflings. The elven figure goes,
All right, let's go.
and he cracks the reins.
I flip off Tover from the back of the cart. while we go.
Those two tieflings that ran over the guards, I'm gonna flick them each a gold coin.
As you flick them both and eat a gold coin, they both smile and say, "Thank you!" And they keep punching the guards in the face. Gah, gah, as you both get away. Actually, as you all get away in the cart. You do see Tover try and run through the crowd, but he's slowly stopped as you see his horse fall to the ground and him as well, as some tieflings try and, well, get him. He goes, "Ah!" And soldiers rush to his aid. With that, you leave Broken Flame behind with the flame of revolution. And you make it on your way to the next objective. As you ride north of Broken Flame, you find a road a bit hidden in the ashes. You then turn east when you see two mountains in the ember. You then see Varomir smile. Ah, a familiar sight to few. This is it. The elven figure, as he's at front, taking care of the horses, he goes,
Well, this is indeed it. Are you sure they're ready for the challenges up ahead?
"Yes, they are, Chalice. And once we get there, you better not run away with the cart. I want you to stay in there and guard it. Is that all right, Chalice?" Chalice looks at Varomir and says,
Yes, it is.
with that,
Inside check.
all right, very good. Inside check him.
Ugh. 11.
He seems to be saying the truth.
Right.
He does not look like a dishonest fellow, though he does seem like someone who would break his promise, as you've seen before. So you're pretty iffy about the subject of him lying or saying the truth. But anyways, you arrive on what seems to be two mountains in front of you, with a door with two horns on it, and a gaping mouth going downwards in a dungeon down below. As the cart parks, you see torches light up in a dark red color. Varomir breathes in and says, "Well, Dahlia, shall you lead the way? This is your ritual after all." And with that, we'll take a break.
Huh. God.
We'll take a 5-minute
yeah.
break. We'll see you at 8:35, everyone. Take care.
5 minutes, so panic.
We'll be back.
Hey, are you looking to join the D&D Guild campaign? Are you looking to have some good fun, play with some people? Well, do I have the game for you? The D&D Guild campaign's actually up. Just put your character and character sheets in the Peep server, link down below, click on the face, do it, I dare you. And then you can join the Guild campaign. Sessions will be announced in the announcement, chat, with the of D&D when you put your character sheet in there. Take care. With
Even
that,
Sam
though,
Florax.
with that, let's keep on going with the campaign, shall we? You guys ready?
I'm ready.
I mean,
Physically, yes. Emotionally, no.
emotionally always, physically never.
All right, here we go. As you arrive at the entrance of the dungeon, you see the mouth of the tiefling with two horns.
Nice hat.
Varomir
Nice.
puts both his hands on his hips and looks at you all. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I never thought we made it here. But now that we're here, I actually have hope.
Wait, you didn't have hope for us?
Well,
That's so impolite. We're amazing.
yes, but never put your hopes too high, Palin. Sometimes they can disappoint you.
I'm aware.
Very good.
That's a little reassuring.
So, Dahlia, you want to lead the way?
Of course.
As...
Uh,
oh, go on.
Are you two ready?
Of course I am. Ghost lantern.
Do you have it up?
I now pull it out.
Alright, good. You pull it out. As you pull it out, you see around you absolutely nothing.
Oh, thank God.
Alright, no, though,
I'm just
you
gonna
do pull
keep
it
this
out,
up.
and you have it on your waist or like in your hand, or you want to keep it open?
I'm gonna keep it open and activated.
As you say that, you see Varomir turn around and go, No, Palin. Bad idea.
Why?
Do not disturb the sleeping.
Then I will not, and I put it away.
For in this very, temple. Actually, sit down. I'll tell you this story. We're safe from the fires of the embers, are we not?
Do we have time?
Do we have time? How much time do we have?
I'd expect at least 2 hours in front of us.
Huh,
2
perfect.
hours.
Story
Oh.
time.
Actually,
Alright.
perfect. I promise I'm listening, but I'm gonna ritual cast alarm at the entrance.
Very good. With that, you
Mental
start...
ping, I should note.
Yep, very good. You start casting it, and Varomir turns to you. Many years ago, when this temple was built, the first flower actually built it out of dirt. It was beautiful.
Oh.
In every generation of Tiefling, a new flower was chosen, and they were crowned here. Now, the souls of the old flowers and the greatest druids in the land all come back here. And they sleep in this very dungeon, down in the depths where they can find a cool little resting place. And there, forever, their eyes will be closed, but at least in peace, one with nature forevermore. Now you see, a bird comes flying upon his arm. This is useful for us here. As he passes his hand in front of it, you see a little rock with a smiling face on it as the bird disappears.
Oh.
You might recognize this, now do you?
Yes.
This is Sasha's rock.
Yes.
But Sasha will be special for us, and her sacrifice, as I said before, will not be in vain, for she will guide us here. It says the souls of those who are great druids lead the way in dangerous paths in these dungeons. And of what I know, you see him tap the rock as it glows green and starts to float. This will now guide us, as Sasha's soul is now one with these druids down here. We shall follow the rock, and it shall lead us to the ritual.
Palin starts
Palin.
to cry.
Palin, raise your lantern.
I hold up my lantern.
As you raise up your lantern around the rock, you can see what seems to be a Sasha in a fetal position, holding down upon the rock, but translucid and green. As you shine the rock, her eyes open, and immediately Varomir closes the lantern. You see what I mean now?
Yes.
Very good. Varomir pats the rock. Lead us, Sasha. And with that, the rock slowly starts to float downstairs in the dungeon.
Has it been 11 minutes?
Yes, it has been.
Okay, good. Okay, that should notify me if anyone reaches the entrance.
11 minutes of Palin crying. No!
If we are ready, let's go.
I'm
Very
ready.
good. As you start heading down the stairs, the mouth of the dungeon lights up in red and green. An infernal speech. Some of you might read, "The day has arrived."
Yes.
Me and Palin.
Varomir,
High five.
Varomir keeps walking down as the little shining rock with a smiling face on it that is now glowing green shines the way in front of you. One step at a time, you make your way down until you reach your first room. a room with many faces on the walls, but a long corridor nonetheless. What seems to be at least 700 feet long. At the other end of this corridor, what seems to be a door made of wood, with itself a face on it too. But the rock keeps floating. Varamir stops. The rock does keep going, but he stops. As the room seems empty, for only the faces on the wall, you notice what seems to be a pattern on the floor. One white line leading straight to the door on the other side, and water on both ends, on each side of the room. So see it as a long bridge walking over a small lake. Varamir turns to you and says, "This is your first challenge, Dahlia. Do not take it lightly. This is the corridor of the faces of the past. As the flower, your first challenge is to forget your past and everything that was there. If you cannot cross this, you are not worthy. But I believe in you, Dahlia, and the rest of you as well. For you have the great power just like Dahlia, and your future is bright." And Varamir starts walking, as you see a heavy fog rise up. Varamir disappears, but she hears footsteps still in the fog.
Forget my past. That is I wasn't expecting something like this.
No, it's a tall task.
But it must be done.
From the way you're talking, I'm going to assume that you didn't have a nice childhood.
Not very.
Whew.
Varamir's footsteps start getting farther and farther away.
Shall we?
Who's the first one to go and follow Varamir?
I guess it has to be me, right?
I'll go after Dahlia.
I guess I'll go after Fallon then.
Very
Before
good.
I go, then we descend deeper into this cavern. I want to thank both of you and Sasha for being with me here. Well, we have this moment of privacy. I wouldn't have been able to get this far without you guys. You could have just turned me in, me and Varamir, and all your problems would have went away. But you decided to help for the greater cause. Thank you. And I go.
As you walk in, the fog envelops you. Now only Palin and Neff are behind. Palin,
Well,
you're with Neff now, alone.
now that we have this moment of privacy.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
Really? I'm sure you are. But what the hell? Saying such a mean thing moments after.
My life has known nothing short of bloodshed and misery. I'm
I guessed that.
No, yes.
But that doesn't mean you're the only
It's
one.
not. It's not. I know it's not okay. I've been desensitized, and I'm. I don't have anything good to say, but it was inexcusable.
Very.
I'm sorry, Palin.
I don't forgive you yet.
I can see it hurt you deeply now, and I understand why, but maybe sometime in the future we can recompense over this.
Let's hope. But for now, let's just fulfill Dahlia's future.
Let's do that, for the good of the Empire, at the very least, for the Ember.
For the Ember. And I walk in.
For the Ember.
With that, you see Palin disappear in the fog. Nefene, you're left to yourself now, in the back of the group. Would you like to walk?
I just take a second, just quickly summon Iori to my side and say,
We've come a long way since we stole that book, haven't we? Let's hope it keeps going for a little longer. I like these people.
Just give it a little scritch. And then desummon her and step forward.
With that, you step forward in the fog. You all follow the tiles on the floor. The white tiles leading to the way to the door. Let's start with Dahlia. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, alright.
Oh no.
I'm good at these, I'm a druid. Ooh, 12.
Oh no.
17.
Very good. As you walk forward, you hear voices in the fog. Dahlia! Dahlia! You recognize it as your mother's. As you turn to the left, you see flames come out of the fog. You cover your eyes, but you keep walking, as you do notice that the flames aren't real, but only an illusion. But you see the charred and burning corpses of your parents and the coven that you were in the past, and your young self running away from the fire. With that, you continue on your path, and then you see one of your friends, Delron, the one that helped you escape Silverstar, as he's getting tortured by 2 Imperial soldiers, asking him where you are.
I won't tell you. She was my friend.
As a sword slowly slices his throat, he bleeds out on the chair. One of the guards actually pushes the chair on the side then. Roll me another wisdom saving throw.
Unnatural.
You close your eyes, not a tear, and you look forward as you keep pushing. And you reach the other end, after a short while of hearing illusions to your left and right. With that, we now go to Palin. Palin, as you walk, you hear the splish-splash of puddles. I'll ask you too to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, dice, please. 14.
In front of you, you do see the green light of Sasha's stone in the fog. And you also hear the voice of Varamir say,
Welcome, Dahlia. Welcome to the other end.
But then, everything seems to disappear for a moment. The light, the voices, as the splish-splash of the puddle grows more and more intense. As you look to the right, you see what seems to be a young girl playing in a puddle with a hoodie on.
Hello?
Huh? She turns to you, and as she turns, you see a familiar face. Your younger sister. Palin?
Lily?
As
What?
a single tear rolls down her eye, she goes, Palin, you're alive?
Well, I look around, but I check my ghost lantern to see if it's on.
Do you raise your ghost lantern?
No, I'm checking if it's on. I'm
No,
keeping
it's not.
it on my side.
It's not. Palin, please. She raises her hand. Come and get me.
I will, but not now. I'm sorry. I have to complete the destiny of my friends.
You're cut off as you turn and hear another splish-splash behind you. Mirroring the actions of your sister, you see Sasha looking upon you.
Oh god.
Oh!
No.
Oh, chills.
Palin, please save me.
I
As
will,
you see
but
a single
I can't
tear
now.
run from the cheek of your sister, and also on Sasha's character.
No, no, don't cry.
They both fall
make
upon
me
their
cry.
knees at the same time and slowly start to cry as they both raise their hands and say, Palin! And fade back in the fog.
No! Fuck! Please!
As you get on your knees and start pleading, Nefene, you bump into him.
Do I see him?
You do.
I am crying.
Palin.
No!
No. It's me. It's Neff.
Wisdom saving throw,
Fucking
Nef.
Jesus. Fuck. Okay.
Natural 1.
Ooh.
You're a good for nothing, Neff. You've always been the monkey of this show.
Get away from me.
That's right, Neff. You're just weak. You'll never sum up to something.
As you, Palin, also see in the fog a giant face with a broken eye.
That's right. You may be forgotten now, but truly in the deepest of parts in my heart, you'll never be forgotten. You'll always be that little Neff, the monkey in the ring, fighting for her freedom.
As a giant hand shows up and rises up in the air, the fog in front of you clears and Varomir yells,
No!
as the hand smashes down upon you, Neff. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Okay. 19 plus 1, 20.
As the hand
Okay.
crashes upon you, you are inflicted 6 points of damage.
Okay.
You drop on one knee, and you see the face laugh.
Oh, and you owe me my book again, Neff. Disappointing as always. You and your friends, up to something, killing the other in the ring to gain your freedom. And when I say you did something wrong, tried to take my life as well, running off in the night. Who do you think you are? You're a failure.
I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just staring in awe, tears streaming down. And my face, just clutching my book and clenching my hand with the ring on it.
As you see the face disappear in the fog, you look at the front, both of you, to see Varomir walking towards you. Visions behind him of villages burning, people melting. And he says,
Walk with me. Follow me. Fight through it. These are only visions. Forget them. You're new now.
I'll start to get up.
the voices of your sister and Sasha reappear as you get up. Roll me another wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Dahlia, you see this all go down from afar away. Visions of Sasha and an unknown little girl.
5!
As you see the face of your sister go,
You've been
Helen.
banished.
you see Varomir raise his hand, cast away the fog with a gust of wind.
You're fine. Walk. If you can't do it, close your eyes. It's less harder to just listen to the sounds.
I'm going to try to walk forward with my eyes open. Try.
Brave.
Varomir starts to walk. As Nefene, you get up as well. You manage to walk, Palin, and reach with Dahlia. Nefene, you're in the middle of this marble bridge. Roll wisdom saving throw again.
This die hasn't been banished yet. Let's see what we got. Oh, there we go. Into the tray.
Okay.
14.
Ooh, nice.
As you walk left and right, you hear people insulting you. You see a kid with what seems to be a neck gone, and he says, "Why did you do this, Neff?" As you keep walking, you forget it all, and you push forward. Reaching the other side, the wooden door's face opens its eyes in its mouth, revealing a doorknob. Varmir grabs the doorknob, twists it, and pushes the door open, revealing another hallway. Sasha's rock starts to float. You all did well. But remember, this is just the first challenge of many. Don't fall on the first one. And he starts walking.
Are you two okay?
I
That's
just
a difficult, I know.
I just glanced down at my hand, which is, I just had an acid splash cantrip just over prepared and is now sizzling into my skin. I'll be fine.
I'll grab her hand and I'm gonna cast a healing word on her. Healing word. 5 points of damage.
Almost back to max. I just look into Dahlia's eyes and just give her a hug.
Padlin, are you okay?
I'll recover.
Alright. Let us continue, sadly.
We shall. And Varmir keeps walking. As you keep walking down the hallways, you notice that the rock stops floating for a while. Varmir stops raising his hand, and he goes, "Don't move." You all feel as if someone is watching you, as if eyes are peered upon you. And Varmir puts his hand on your lantern, Palin, and says, "Don't do it."
I will not. I will not.
As the feeling of you being watched goes away,
It's so tempting.
the rock starts to float forward again. Palin,
Oh, every time he says don't. Yep.
that lantern should only be used in the worst of situations. Is that understood?
Yes.
A final resort, nothing else.
Oh. Yes.
Good.
I understand.
As you all walk forward, Varmir says, To think, many years ago, I was the one in your position, Dahlia, in fear for my own life walking through these halls. I see you all walk past what seems to be a painting of an old flower, a tiefling with a large beard and a large belly, smiling with an ale in his hand. This one was not my master, but he was my master's master. A good fellow, my old chap used to say. And he keeps walking down. As you arrive in another room, you notice that this room is square, with a circle in the middle, with a pressure plate surrounding it. Finally, trial by fire, the true Tiefling's challenge. And he looks to you two elves and says, "There will be no faking it here."
Oh, good. Great.
Oh no.
Dahlia, and the two of you as well, come with me. And you all walk to the center of the room to see this sort of bowl with a liquid inside of it. A darkish liquid with a pressure plate surrounding it. Varmir says, "This challenge is very simple. Once we press on the pressure plate, we must put our hand in the flame and wait for it to consume the whole liquid in there." And he points inside of this liquid that you cannot determine. But the thing is, usually it's only a few drops, for it happens for every generation. But as I said before, I've been here for 400 years. There's at least 4 generations of flowers that have missed their shot at this challenge. He dips his hand in the liquid. Well, we're 4. You understand where this is going?
I do, and I also place my hand in the liquid.
Very good. What about you two? It'll be more painful for you two, but do it for your friend. Do it for the Ember.
roll up my sleeve and dip my hand in.
I roll up my overly complicated sleeve.
With that,
I swear to God, if this stains my clothes, and I dunk my hand in.
it won't. If this touches your clothing, it'll just burn.
Huh.
Nothing too bad. Don't worry. With that, he dips his hand in the liquid and rises it up in the air to reveal that his hand is now completely black, covered in the liquid inside of the bowl. Nefene, can you help Palin with igniting the flame?
Can I? I'll see what I can do.
If not, Main Dahlia can help you light it up.
Prestidigitation can start fires, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I can
Okay.
start, like tiny fires with the,
Yeah, it works. A little spark would
Okay.
flame up the whole hand.
Okay,
And
that's what I meant.
passing the flame from one hand's flame to another would work as well.
Okay.
With that, as you all stand in a square around this circle pedestal, you all raise your hands covered in this black liquid. As you see Varomir light it up, ugh, he grins in pain and then returns to neutral. Well, it's your turn.
All right.
Do you do it, Dahlia? Do you light up the flame?
Yes.
Very good. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy, what's my con? +1, let's go! 15?
Gah. Pain. You take 7 points of damage.
Fire damage? So half?
Uh-huh. So you'll take 3.
3.
I was worried that was the half. God, okay.
With that, the fire still lights up, and it keeps burning in your hand. As Dahlia and Varomir look both to you two elves. How do you light up your flame?
I turn to Palin and say, a little bit of a fish out of water here, aren't we?
Ugh, just get it
Yeah.
over with.
Yeah, I'm going to try to grasp Palin's hand into my own and say, let's finish this. You ready?
Barely.
There's a small chuckle. I press to digitate the fire and it'll consume.
Fuck!
Oh, I regret this decision!
I thought I was cool!
With that, good.
Oh boy.
Constitution saving throw for you both.
Ooh,
Oh
plus-
God, I have to roll. I have
Okay.
to roll
16. Alright.
Nice.
Thank God.
good. 11.
Oh no.
Not half bad.
Very good. Nefene, you take 6 points of damage.
Oh, cool.
And Palin, you said you had 11, right?
I had 11.
Uh-oh.
You've never felt the pain this intense before. Burning through your skin. You feel as if your veins are all about to pop. You take 10 points of damage.
How many?
10 points.
10th.
Oh, that's a lot of HP.
Uh-huh. We're in the same boat, buddy.
That
You
is-
all
God.
That is 1/3 of my. God.
Dude, a save was a third of my hit HP.
You all see
Oh.
Palin scream, and he gets on his knees once again, holding his hand, but he pushes
I'm
through
gonna-
anyways.
I'm gonna try to hold him up because I still have his hand in my grasp.
Good. You hold him up as both the flames light up. Varomir smiles. Hold it.
Fuck!
Hold it. And
I'm
with that,
trying.
The pain will numb.
the
It will
light
numb.
disappears in the
It's
room
getting worse.
as both flames disappears. You look behind you as the door, as the room goes completely dark, except from one ray coming from a room that just revealed itself. A ray of light. Sunlight. Nefene, at this point,
They're coming.
then we must hurry. We do not have time. As you go in the ritual room, you see it seems to be a giant, stone in the middle. Right under a hole in the ceiling, revealing the sun directly aligned, shining down upon where the room is, 4 pillars hold the room in place, with its very large ceiling, as vines go round and round the pillars. You see faces of tieflings of the past, attached in paintings on the walls. It looks like a tapestry made of wood, and it's constantly moving. As you see Sasha's rock float to the middle of the room and drop on this stone, stairs appear from the stone itself, revealing a pathway to the top of this big stone pillar. Varamir starts walking towards it and turns back to Dahlia as he takes the few first steps. Dahlia, come up here with me.
All right.
Balin, Neff,
Yes.
hold the bottom of the stairs.
Yes, sir.
Will do. I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Good. With that, Dahlia, you catch up with Varamir
10
as you
hit
both
points.
go up the stairs.
Nice.
Very good. And as you're walking up, Varamir turns to you and he says, in these very halls, a new flower is crowned every generation. But for the past 400 years, we've had to do it in private. Well, that's what my master told me. But I've been roaming these plains for 400 years, and no flower has been crowned. You are the saving grace of our people. Dahlia, are you ready for this?
I think so.
Good. As you arrive at the top, Sasha's stone is on the floor. Varamir picks it up, holds it tight in his hand, and turns it into a bird again, letting it fly into the sky hole. Sorry, I'm a bit emotional about this. And he wipes out a tear. It reminds me of my younger days. You have the staff, don't you, Dahlia?
I do.
As you hold it in your hands, you're wondering why he asked that. Sorry, I just got used to the old ritual.
No, I gave it to Sasha.
Oh no, that'd be really sad.
Yeah, I left it back in that tavern, drank it a bit too much, you know.
Now that one guy that I told he had a destiny has it. That really does have a destiny.
I gave it to
Shit.
Marvin.
Oh, that'd be really bad.
Back into character. Yes.
Dahlia, this world will listen to you now. You have to be intelligent about every step you take. And your friends down there, as he points below the stairs, maybe 30 steps down, you see Palin and Nefene. Even though they were broken, well, their friendship was before, they seem to be now chatting just a bit.
A little bit.
Can you let go of my hand?
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
Even though they're broken, they got back together. And I think you, Dahlia, can bring back the Empire to the form it was before. An alliance between elves, tieflings, and humans, and all the other races. I believe this in you, Dahlia, for you are the new flower of the Ember. You will prove to the world that we are not monsters, not demons, but beings of Alkia as well. Can you promise me that, Dahlia?
I promise.
Your back is to the door. He steps into the light and says, well, I'm ready. Tap me with the stuff.
Just take a second, just looking at the staff. Just
As you look down upon the staff, you see its wooden form, and the crystals at the end of it forming a red flower with 5 petals. The center of it, a giant ruby. One that might have attracted Sasha. She was there.
these for you, my fallen comrades, and for Sasha. I tap him with the staff.
As you point it towards Varamir, Varamir closes his eyes. Nefene, Palin, roll perception.
14.
13?
14.
14.
Makes a big difference.
11.
As you both look upon the wounds of Palin, you raise your head to hear a sparkle. Sort of electric. As you look into the room you were just in, a yellow flashing light seems to be shining, and a familiar face behind this light itself. A scar across his face, the hair attached to the back. The man of the name Tover is behind the bow. He lets go of the arrow, and the arrow flies through the room. Roll a dex save, Dahlia.
No.
Alright. Oh, don't fail me, dice. 16.
Okay.
As the arrow flies, it flies towards your back, Dahlia. As you peer from the corner of your eye, you see the arrow flash. But then you feel a tug. As you fall to the ground on your stomach, you see standing before where you were, Varamir, with an arrow through his chest. He falls to the ground, spitting blood, and the arrow disappearing in his corpse, with a shining light. Entering the room, you see Tover and 5 soldiers, wielding shield and sword. Beat up
Oh, fuck.
and also frightened. Tover exclaims, "Predictable. So predictable. When the Tieflings lost the War of Cinder in the year 632, us humans proved our superiority. Yet even to this day, you test our might. Look where that brought you. Broken again. Your rituals broken. Your culture destroyed by us. As we speak, my soldiers are trapping your tiefling scum. Is this what you want, New Flower? Your people in pain? Disorder and chaos in your kingdom?" Varamir grabs you, Dahlia. "Get down here."
Lean over him. Sort of kneel down.
He whispers in your ear. Palin, Neff, you hear nothing of it. But all he whispers is, "A flower has many petals, Dahlia. You aren't the only one that can do the ritual. My powers are vanishing now, and I'm withering. But the ritual can still be done with the life of others. Finish the fight." And with that, his eyes go gray. His hair as well. And Varamir lets out a last breath as a rock falls from the sky. To what was once a bird is now a rock with a smiling face. The last of his powers now gone. Tover says across the room, "Do you still wish to fight the might of the Empire? I kill your best man and you still dare raise arms upon me." The soldiers step in front of Tover. "I've wasted my 3 sacred arrows. The 3 only arrows I had. One on your puny little friend that tried to speak up to me. One to the other in Crystal Hamlet that sliced and made this scar upon my face. And this last one was worth it, for it pierced your only hope." He drops the bow on the ground. "Now what do you have to say, heroes?"
I'm gonna, stand up from the pillar. And look down at Tover. Tover, you are a disgrace to Althea. You are a disgrace to all of humankind.
A disgrace! No. You tieflings are, and always have been, monsters.
A war that happened years ago does not need to shape our future. We want to live alongside you. We want to start businesses. We want to have families. Not hide in dirt homes. Now, it is your decision if you care to fight us. Or leave.
Tover raises his arm. I prefer to die in a battle than die alone, married in a society where tieflings reign free, where chaos reigns the streets, and where Alkio doesn't reign supreme. Your tiefling race does not answer to her goddess. Your tiefling race answers to Rajay, the god of evil. After all, it's said in the books. He's the one that created you.
He may have created my kind, but he did not create the way we act. We are people too, Trover.
Charge. And with that, Tover lowers his arm. And roll initiative.
Panic, panic, panic.
Oh,
Time to
dang
dish
it!
out some insults. Dice, don't fail me now. Get good initiative and kill everyone, you shall. Oh yeah!
I wish I could say the same.
That's all I can say.
Here we go. Alright, good. 25 to 20.
24!
Nice, nice.
God, okay.
Natural 20!
Thank God, okay.
Alright, with that. From 20 to 15.
Well,
Alright, good. 15 to 10.
13.
Very
You
good.
need new dice, dude. At least for initiative.
10 to 5. No, no. 5 and below.
Once again, a 2.
Very good. Order of combat this time is Palin, the guards, Nefene, Tover, and Dahlia. So good luck, and let's have some fun. Palin, you're up ahead. 5 guards, Tover at the back. You'll have to mess with the guards before you actually reach for Tover. What do you do?
Ha! Funny you say that, I don't think I do. I cast Hail of Thorns as a bonus action.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, that is a... And then my next arrow becomes death shoot thingy. Each creature within 5 feet of it must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 1d10 piercing.
So it's a 15 by 15 square.
Bam. Yes. And I'm going to attempt to shoot Scarface motherfucker.
Tover? His soldiers are a bit
Yes.
ahead, so if you shoot Tover, you will not hit any soldiers.
And I'm going to attempt to hit as many soldiers as I can.
Good. There is a zone with 3 of them inside if you want to hit them.
I shall.
Come
Alright.
on, dude. Let's do it.
Wait, I shoot this thorn arrow and then 2 normal arrows.
Exactly. So I'll ask you to roll to hit, actually.
Yes, I do.
Come on, Omega.
I have a high modifier. If I miss, I will be the big sad. Don't fail me, dice. You didn't. 24.
As you shoot your arrow up in the air, sliding on one knee. 2 other arrows hop out of the first arrow you shot, and then multiple other arrows actually hop out of the first one you shot.
Oh God.
With a flow
Hail
of arrows.
Thorns.
Exactly. With a hail of thorns coming from the sky. Some of the guards raise their shields, but some of them are too late, as one of them actually gets 5 of them in his, well, body. He falls to the ground limp, dead. But the 2 others are still alive. Very good. With that, it is now the guards' turn. As they all charge you, they arrive in melee range. So, except for 1, so now there's only 4 left. Ooh. So, with that, one of them charges for you, Palin. He tries to hit you, and he rolls a 15. Does that hit you?
Who? Sorry.
Palin.
You.
You.
Me? He rolled a 15?
Yes.
That is exactly my armor class, so yes.
Good. No, defender advantage in the guild campaign. So you do survive a hit. Indeed.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
I like that. I like that a lot.
All right. Then the other one actually goes for Nefene and rolls a natural 20.
Oh, thank you.
So that is a total.
This fight anyways.
That is a total of 11 damage.
That is exactly my hit points. Wow. Wow.
Don't
thanks,
worry, I
Blitz.
got you.
I didn't
I
want
got you.
to play anyways. It's fine.
As the guard rushes towards you, he pierces you through the stomach. You fall to the ground and spit blood as you fall unconscious. The guard then turns to Dahlia. With that, there are still 2 other guards. They will both run for... Actually, one of them will run for Palin, as he seems to be the most deadly on the field right now. The other one will run for Dahlia. So this one's for Dahlia. Oh, God, that one hits you. Palin, you receive 3 points of damage.
I hate that. Oh, that one hits.
Ah! Oh god! Oh wait.
As he hits you in the shoulder, though it doesn't go very far, it's a mere little scar that will appear maybe in a few years. And the last one goes for Dahlia. Dahlia, oh God, this does not hit you for sure. Very good. Dahlia, the last one rushes for you and raises his sword up in the air, but you block it with your staff, moving him aside. It is now Nefene's turn. Nefene, roll a death save.
18. That's a success.
That passes.
Yay.
Very good. With
Didn't
that,
take long. Fuck.
Tover will now slowly walk
fuck.
forward. As he walks 5 feet forward, he takes out a sword from his back with an evil grin on his face. Dahlia, it is now your turn. 4
My
enemies
turn?
left.
Alright, this guy's right in front of me.
Indeed, he is.
Alright, God. I can't heal her without doing this. Alright, how many guards are left up? There's one in
4.
front of me.
1 in front of you,
4.
2 on Palin, and 1 right above Nefene's body.
Alright, I'm gonna cast, the one right above Nefene. No, the one that's near Palin, I'm gonna cast Produce Flame on him.
Very good. So that is...
A 16 to hit.
That does hit.
Alright, that's a D10. Where's my D10? There it is. Oh, sorry, no, that's a D8. What am I saying? 7 points of fire damage.
You were aiming at one near Palin, right?
Yes.
Good. As you see his body combust into flame, his armor drops to the ground and his body does as well. The sword and
Holy
shield
shit.
far away from his body. Dead.
And I'm sorry for this guy in front of me. I'm gonna bonus action beast shape into a giant, I believe it's brown bear. Yes, I'm a brown bear now.
As you turn into a brown bear, the staff merges into your body, forming a star on your face. Well, a flower in the form of a star. Anyways,
Still cool. Still cool.
you are now a brown bear in front of this man, and he goes,
I can't attack him this turn, so...
Nope,
yeah.
indeed you can't. With that, Palin is your turn again. 1 soldier in front of you, 1 above Nefene's body, and 1 right next to Dahlia. 2 other are dead. There's also Tover on the field, slowly walking towards what it seems to be Nefene.
Ooh. Dahlia, do you have the healing covered?
Oh,
Oh no! Oh. I don't know what that means, and I'm gonna hope it's a yes because I can. I will use my bonus action to use Planar Warrior, and I'm using it on Scarface, which means my next attack, it's an extra D8 of force damage, and all my damage is force against him for that attack.
Very good.
So I'm going to shoot him.
As the guard in front of you steps back as he sees you do a few attacks, you aim your bow immediately at Tover. Roll to hit.
Okay. Don't fail me, dice. Not against this guy. Oh.
can't tell if that's pleasure or pain.
That's a 12.
Banished.
As you aim your bow, you pull it back. It leaves, but then you see Tover dodge the 3 arrows with a simple dodge to the right. Still walking towards Nefene.
Little does he know, it makes my combo even stronger next turn. That's the end of my turn.
Very good. It will now be the guards. As you look on Tover and you realize that next time you'll shoot, he might actually die, the guard attacks you, raising his sword up in the air. You have time to react. And nope, you won't have time to react. He got a natural 22.
Oh, God, Jesus, dude, what the fuck? Get new dice.
As you take 11 points of damage. Man, deja vu, am I right, guys?
How are my boys looking?
Oh, I'm on the ground.
Yeah, they're fucking dead. I'm
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
more hit points than you, I'll say that.
Uh-huh.
With that, you do take a sword in the calf. Out of pain, you groan, but the soldier still stands there, ready for another attack. The one near Dahlia charges towards you, sword first, shield protecting him. He'll try to do an attack. Does a 15 hit?
Yes. A bear? Yes.
You take 6 points of damage.
How many?
6 points of damage.
Alright.
I don't know why I said 15. I think I said 15.
You die.
With that, the last guard, which is over Nefene, will charge towards Palin, flanking him from behind. Wow, actually, no. Palin, you get to roll an attack on him as you see him coming from, like, so far away. He's screaming out loud.
Would this be my bow attack or my short sword?
Physical attack, so just your strength modifier.
Oh.
He's asking which weapon.
Oh, no weapon. No weapon at all. You're using,
Just
like,
my
physical.
fist.
Yeah, physical attack.
My burly my burly 2 to hit fist. That is a natural fucking 20.
Yes!
As-
Which means I deal 1. That means I deal 2 damage.
As you turn to him, you notice running towards, the man running towards you. He screams. You just, like, disarm him real quick with your bow, and then you kick him in the throat, punching, like, the Adam's apple, I think it's called. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, back in, and he goes as he falls to the ground, choking on his own blood.
Nice.
I mean, I meant to do that.
With that, only one is left, and he's in front of... Actually, no, that's it. Yep, Nefene, it's your turn.
Oh boy, death save time, baby!
Please succeed. Roll a natural 20 and wake up.
Yes! Yes!
That 20?
Yeah!
As you wake up, you see Tover walking towards you. And you see on the field, Palin kicking a man in the throat. Dahlia and a bear.
That's pretty cool. Do I get my turn or is that the end of it?
You do. I'll give it to you since you rolled a natural 20.
Okay.
I'll
All right.
reiterate him.
So I'm gonna stand back up. How far is Tover from me?
Tover is at least 20 feet away from you.
Oh, okay, he's getting close. I don't like that.
Fireball.
Oh, I wish I got that. I wish. Instead, okay, what I'm going to do is I hold my left hand out, kind of just pointing my hand as kind of like how Tover put his hand to the charge. Clap my hand and slide it down my arm, and an acid arrow shoots off into Tover.
Very good. All right. Do you have to roll for that? Yes?
Yes, it is an attack roll.
Yes, so go on.
Okay. Okay, that's good. That's a 22 to hit.
Ooh, nice.
That does hit.
Good. Okay, that is 4d4 acid damage. Okay. Okay, that's good rolls. That's 4, 8, 11 plus 2, 13 points of acid damage, and he will take 2d4 at the end of his next turn.
Very good. So that is...
Not down yet.
As the arrow whizzes through the air, it starts to melt his armor, and he goes, ah, as he looks down, and you see the arrow melting upon the armor itself. He goes, you're the first one to go down to my blade. And he starts walking even more faster than before towards you. almost jogging at this point. With that, it is now Tover's turn. So
Oh, good.
Tover sprints towards you and raises his weapon up in the air as he jumps. And he smashes it down upon you. Does a 13 hit.
Shield. No.
No?
No. I
He's
cast
using
shield.
So
Okay.
it's +5 to AC.
As you cast shield, you block the sword as it's about to like pierce through the shield itself. You hold it, and then you see Tover step back as he goes, "Ah, fucking wizard."
Yeah.
With that, you see him raise his hand, and he notices how many soldiers he has left. You see a fear ruin his face. It is now Dahlia's turn.
My turn. All right. I'm on a pillar, and this guy's just in front of me, right?
Yep, he is. He went up the stairs, and he's. Yep, exactly.
I have 40-foot movement speed. I'm just bulldozing through him.
I like that. All right, good. You know what? I'll roll.
All right.
Very good. As you literally just roll down the stairs, you ram the guy, and you see him fall at least 15 feet. As he smashes his head on the floor down below, you see him get up, but as he's getting up, he goes, "Ah!" As the fucking big ball of fur just runs him over. As you stand back up, you look behind to see, well, just a pile of blood. Nothing else. And a few pieces of armor here and there, but flattened out due to the heavy weight of your bear.
And do I have like enough time, speed to get in front of
Tover?
Neff? Yeah.
Okay.
40 feet?
You do, as they are just down the stairs. They're not that far away. You roll down as you are now in between Palin and Neff, and you step in front of Neff as a bear, I do believe?
Yes, a
Good.
giant brown bear.
Giant brown bear.
And multi-attack. He's getting the bite. He's getting a claw.
Oh my god.
All right, +6 to hit. 19 for the first hit.
Player advantage. All right. You do hit.
Player. I do hit him. Okay.
Oh my god.
And a natural 20 for the second one.
Yes!
Very
Oh,
good. Very good.
It's more poetic if Dahlia kills it, but I just want to hit him once.
So 1d8. This is for the bite attack, which is.
Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot to roll acid damage at the end of his turn.
No, don't worry. I rolled it.
Oh, you did that already. Got it, sorry.
8 points for the bite, piercing.
Very
now,
good.
for natural 20s, do you do roll the dice then ×2, then modifier, or
I roll
then
twice.
roll twice? All right.
More
So
dice,
this is
more power.
2d6 plus 4. 17 points of slashing damage.
Very good. Hold up. I'm calculating. Oh! He
Oh,
is
is he at
bleeding
one?
heavily. He is bleeding heavily. Sword on the ground as you clobbered him. He rolled back, and now he has his sword pointed towards you, Dahlia, in the bear form. And he goes, "Gah, you witch." And then it is now Palin's turn.
Get him.
And because I did not do turn, my effect is still up, which also allows me to cast Hunter's Mark on him, which means I also deal an extra d6 of damage. So that's a d6, a d8, plus my 3 arrows, all force damage.
Very good.
So I will attack him, but as I attack him, I shall say, "She may be a witch, but at least she's not a bitch."
And that's your level multi-class into Bard. Congrats.
Yeah!
Yeah!
God, imagine being this proud warrior and the last thing you hear is that.
Bitch!
Well,
22.
ooh,
Oh,
that does hit.
a-
So roll for damage.
That's, hold on. So that's 3d8 for the arrows, another d8 for the force damage, and then a d6 for my Hunter's Mark. I need another d8. I ran out. Here we go.
oh my god.
That
Oh
is.
god.
Don't worry, I rolled awful for 2 of them, but that's okay. 21 damage.
Nice.
Roll force.
As you hear Palin say, "She may be a witch, but you're a bitch." 3 arrows leave his bow. All 3 of them reaching Tover's body. As Tover drops to his knees, the blood from the arrows drop on the ground. He looks up to you 3 and says, "Please, spare me."
I'm gonna unrevert to bear form,
You unrevert
walk up to
back to
him.
yourself.
and I kneel down to him.
He looks to your eyes.
I will not kill you. That would just make me as worse as you. I will fight for my people. We will be a part of your society and seen equally. So I will not kill you. I will not stoop to your level,
Yes.
even though you've killed thousands of my brothers and sisters.
Roll perception.
All of us?
All of you.
Don't fail me, lucky dice.
Oh my god, another natural 20. Oh my god.
21.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
You all see it. Tover reaches for a dagger. "This is for my people!" And he
Old
tries to
person.
stab you. But
Can I,
before you cast anything, go. You see green light surround him. You recognize this magic as you've seen it before. And from the top of the pedestal, the stone pillar, one hand is risen, bleeding, but not dead yet. Varomir. He grins in pain. You hear him yell, "Don't leave that fucker alone. He killed Sasha. Palin, now's the time. You know what to do."
I step back and let Palin.
I pull out my ghost lantern.
Oh.
I hope this is what he's referring to. Activate!
As you raise the lantern in the air.
As that happens, can I just quickly say, how does it feel, Trova, to have everything you've worked so hard for ripped out from behind you? And then Palin goes ahead.
Palin steps tall before you and raises the lantern in the air. As you see the lantern shine in blue, floating bodies are surrounding you in the room. Their eyes all glow in a shining light, as if they were crystals in a cave.
Oh my god.
And
Ghosts.
then all the bodies look down upon Tover's body. You see one familiar face, though, reach for Tover's neck as Sasha's body flies out of nowhere. As Tover is dragged on the floor, multiple other ghosts grab his body and drag him into the darkness of the room that he came out of. No! 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 As he's dragged away, silence reigns in the room. Varomir coughs. And with
Oh
that,
my! I run up to him from the pillar.
as you run up,
I stoop down on one knee.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I do the same.
as you move up to Varomir, he looks you in the eyes and says, "You've proved yourself. You've completed all the challenges. But I do not have enough power for this, for I am withering. You'll have to do the ultimate sacrifice, Dahlia. There are 2 options here.
Oh, fuck.
For I do not have enough power to spare for the whole ember. But," and he turns to your 2 other friends, "as I said before, there's more than one petal to a flower. They can join you." And then he falls to the ground, backing up, shoulders on the pillar, back to it now. He holds onto the rock and smiles. Do your best, Dahlia. I believe in you. And so does everyone else. As you see figures, tiefling figures, appear around, well, the ritual place. All staring, as if they were a crowd, looking atop the pillar. Palin and Neff, you see them as well, looking at you. Some of them clapping, but no sound is coming out. For they're on another plane, in another world of existence. As you say that, Dahlia, you turn around and see Varamir's soul slowly leave his body. I wish you the best of luck now, for I may rest forever. I believe in you, Dahlia. His body leaves.
Rest well, friend.
His soul leaves, and it leaves you three and the ghost crowd staring upon you.
Now what, Dahlia?
Just gonna sort of stare at the staff. We keep trying. Fight for Sasha and Varamir. Like he said, there are others out there. We'll try and find them. Join me up here, you two.
Okay.
Go up.
I follow.
You climb up the stairs, your footsteps echoing in the temple, reaching Dahlia at the top of this pedestal.
I'm sort of just like staring up at like the hole in the ceiling.
I look up as well.
Hmm.
What'd you see?
I don't know. I am a bit lost right now, but my questions will be answered eventually. For now, I am the Ember. And I have to fight for my people, for Vladimir, for Sasha. And I
I'll
hope
be there with you.
that was just what I was going to ask.
Me as well.
I can predict the future.
Turn around and just put them in a group hug.
Ah!
I
Not
embrace.
bad.
I embrace the hug. We do this together, Elia.
And this is how we will do it together. And I hold out the staff. Grab a hold of it.
I grab the staff.
To a new future. I also grab the staff.
To a new future.
I'll ask you all to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, not bad. 17.
19.
15.
As you all grab hold of it, you feel your bodies grow lighter and lighter. As you all slowly start to float, you look around to see the ghostly figures clapping with a smile. This time, you hear their cheers. As you look at the staff, the petals on the flower separate from the staff originally, floating around it in a circular motion, orbiting around you. As you float and hold the staff up in the air, a light emerges from the ruby in the middle, shining itself atop inside the hole. You all feel power drain from you. As you look at yourselves slowly starting to fade, your vision grows darker and darker. You look at all each other, smiles, as vision turns to black completely. Now for the rest of the people in the Ember, as they look upon the mountains where you came from, a shining green light, a beacon of hope, shone in the air, breaking the clouds apart. As the guards of Broken Flame looked in the same direction, they noticed as tattoos of fiery light appeared on the tieflings, and as green returned to the land. Trees started sprouting, flowers and flower pots, and the dirt houses that the tieflings once had, covered in grass now. The guards, fearing the tieflings had gained power, and knowing that they lost, all start to run away, as the tieflings mock them and burn their boots as they run. Some tieflings remember this day as hope, or as the return of the Ember. But some others call this day the Day of the Phoenix, or the Return of the Flower. For when this all came back, Dahlia, you were the first to open your eyes and see that you were all fine. You look around, silence, as you look to your left to see Palin with a wooden arm, and Nephene too. Both their right arms that were holding the staff, now completely made of wood. As you look down upon your own arm, you see wood, but flowers on it too. A red flower with 5 petals. And as you look to the center where you held the staff, you see a flower, which you assume had 5 petals before. But as you look at it, 2 fall down. And with this, the entirety of the Ember rejoices in the day where you brought peace to the land. Nephene and Palin, you both wake up.
My arm itches. Whoa, oh.
Oh, this is a new development.
Can I move it?
We did it.
We won.
With that, you all look at each other. A small smile cracks as you leave the temple, arm in arm, to find Green, the land of the Ember. With that, well, you walk in the city of Broken Flame. Cheers left and right, as some of you greet you to be heroes. The guards that couldn't escape the Tiefling rain, now behind bars. The Tieflings clap and cheer for the flower and her petals. They don't care that you're elves anymore. They call it redemption. Finally, peace is upon the land, and you succeed in your quest, even though some sacrifice had to be done. And that's how we end today's session.
Oh man.
I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all had some fun. For this 4th chapter of the Guild campaign marks the end of this first arc. 4 characters to begin with, 3 coming out. It shall be a story that I'll remember for the rest of my life, that's for sure. So I'll see you all in Discord, for I'll be going there. But for now, enjoy your night. Have a good time. And I'll see
Before
you
you-
next time in the next episode of the Guild Campaign. You guys have anything else to say? Palin, Dahlia, Neff?
Yeah, before we end stream, I just want to like say shout out to people that's already made art of stuff like
Yeah,
the
Christ.
the first two I can think of is Holy Water and Nav, I believe it is. So shout out to you guys.
Also, we'll be
And-
rating someone. Sorry, wanted to say that.
Yeah. And the other thing is, I think we're gonna put the VODs on YouTube, right?
We are
Yeah.
gonna put the
So
VODs.
take a look
Sick.
out for that. But I believe that's it, unless Melly or Omega have anything else to say.
No, not really. That was goddamn.
Thank you guys for watching. That was
Thank
sick.
you.
Yeah.
For all of
thanks,
you-
everyone.
For all of you that stuck around from the first episode to the fourth one, I thank you from the deepest part of my heart. I had a great time doing this. And yeah, that's about it. A second arc is to be expected for sure. Might not be the
I'm
same
not crying,
characters,
you're crying.
but you know,
Ryan.
there will be some reappearing of some of the characters that we had in the first arc, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But for now, there will be some offline, well, some open guild campaign sessions in the Discord server, peeps. So I hope y'all had a good time. We're now going to raid Lumo. If you don't know Lumo, he's a great guy. I recommend you follow him. And when we get in there, you know what to say. You say, for the Ember.
Palin's awesome.
Palin is awesome.
Alan is awesome, or For the Ember, whichever you prefer.
No, Sasha was avenged.
Sasha was avenged.
Sasha was avenged. Somebody type that in our Discord so I can copy and paste it.
I put it in the chat. Sasha was avenged. There we go. So take care, everyone.
Panic.
And a big kiss from me. Mwah. I'll see you in the Discord.
Uh,
Yee.